What's up, good people? It's your boy Larry Jones, getting better every day. Hey, today I'm going to talk about something called event trading. It's going to help you guys make money in times like this. That and more in a few seconds. Okay, let's talk about the state of the economy and what I think is going to happen this week. But before I get into that, if you guys would please hit the like button. For those of you that's new, the subscribe button and the notification bell. Hit all three of those and I'm good people. We're going to continue to make money. All right, so I think that we're going to see more green days than red this week. But of course, anything could happen. I think I'm thinking, if nothing out of the ordinary, which everything out of the ordinary has been happening, I'm hoping that it will be a Green Day Monday. All right. But nobody knows. There's still bad news going on. All right. Let's get right into it. One of the world's biggest cargo ships is stuck in the Suez Canal. Right. It's a main artery for delivering. A lot of the world's supplies come through that canal. Oil, clothing, your refrigerator, cars, your stove, furniture, clothing. It's a main arteries, right? And so not only is that ship stuck and run aground, but all these other ships are behind. And if you guys haven't been following the news, before this happened, they're at our ports. There's like hundreds of ships are just waiting to unload material that you guys ordered months and months ago, right? And they're just sitting there. I know part of my other business, the supply chain was disrupted, right? And so now the cost of goods are going up, which is causing inflation, right? And that's what part of what's happening to the stock market. And in order for these ships to go around, they got to go all the way around Africa, adding weeks, more than 2 weeks to their travel time and unknown expenses. So their expenses are going through the roof, which is passed on, of course, to you and me. All right. So the cost of average new homes have gone up by $24,000 because of lumber costs and material costs. And for new homeowners, that's a deal breaker. So it gives you the right to get out of your contract. So your builder breaks ground. You know, we have what's called from contract to close, right? So your builder breaks ground. You have your amount, the cost of the house is settled. You guys agree on it, right? And next thing you know, 30 days later, the builders call you and saying, hey, that's an extra $24,000. Inflation don't run that quick in a normal state. But right now, because a lot of this material is stuck on these ships, right? And that's what's happening. So the cost goes up and material has doubled. These are some of the things that's causing inflation to go up, right? All right. So let's talk about what I call event trading. So I'm going to go back. I take a lot of notes so I can cover a lot of stuff. Event trading. I literally have a portfolio that I have cash set aside just for events. And when I started doing this was back in 2010, I believe it was. All right. So it was back in 2010, I believe it was. All right. So remember when BP, the ship exploded? So whenever that was, look it up, whenever that was. I'm leading to something. When the ship blew up, I invested into a stock called RIG, R-I-G. So they built the oil rigs that exploded, right? So and I invested in BP and I invested in RIG, R-I-G, right? Those, we knew that they were going down, right? And we knew they were doing up. So we did an option. My good friend, James Hatchett, showed me how to do an option play. It's my first option plays, right? And he did an option play with it, right? So he shorted RIG, R-I-G. He shorted it, and then he made money on RIG and BP coming back. So he made money both ways and made a good amount of money. And so that's when I called him and I said, hey, what about having a portfolio just for event trading, right? So all of this is important. I want you to think about this because this is going to help you make money. If you just had that, and let's say one event happens every year, though those of us that have been investing know there's about 4 to 5 major events every year. That is almost like easy money. For sure, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. So I was thinking about how to make money on this event, right? That's happening in the Suez. And so one of the ways is one of the companies that's just screaming, that's out loud. And for those of you that don't like Chinese companies, I'm sorry, but it's NIO, right? So NIO is already suffering from a chip shortage, right? And the chip shortage has been happening all along. And then, boom, we get a fire in the plant. So now they have to shut down for a week and no cars being manufactured. And so what do we know by this? Now, there's times when you need to put the charts down and look at the psychology of investing. And I will tell you about 50-50. 50 in 2020, I made more money off of psychology trading than I did chart trading. And so when the psychology trading kind of goes down, then you go back to your fundamentals. You go back to the charts. All right. It's good to use them both. But what I will tell you is this is a short-term problem. And so it being a short-term problem, we know that we can buy into NIO. So I know you're going to ask, what is the buy-in price? I'm going to tell you, I can give you an exact answer. And that is, watch the market this week. It is. This is when you come away from the chart. Let's look at what happens on Monday, right? Let's look at what happens on Monday because you can have a plan. It's just like Mike Tyson said. They said when he lost his first fight, they said, Mike, what happened? You were supposed to win this. You had this all calculated. You said this and that and this and that. And Mike said, everybody has a plan until you get hit in the face. And so what I'm saying is we can look at a chart right now, but we may get hit in the face Monday, right? To see how this play out. No one knows how long the ship is going to be. They keep giving you these estimates. They don't know, right? And these ships now got to go around and now they got to calculate, do I add an extra 2 weeks when this might get pulled out in 10 days? So do I add an extra 2 weeks to the travel and double my fuel costs? Or do I just wait it out? So no one knows. So it's a gamble. So let's play it by eye and not by ear. And let's see what happens. Here's one of the things that already has happened. The price of NIO is going down. And that's when we swoop in and buy even for a short-term play. Remember, this is event trading. I'm calling this event trading. We're going to make money off of this event. And I think that NIO is a long-term stock. But here is how you play it even if you have NIO already in a long-term portfolio. This is how you can swoop in, leave your long-term portfolio where it is, leave your NIO where it is, get you some fresh cash, buy these dips, and then pop them when they come out. When everything is figured out, you know what's going to happen. NIO is going to come back. So what I want you guys to do is leave me a comment below with other stock. Remember, your homework is look at everything else that's going to be affected by this event. What can we take advantage of? Because that's what smart money is doing. They're buying what is going to come back short term, and they're going to take advantage of this event. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to think like smart money, right? If I was shooting a documentary, and we'll talk about that later, I got a name for it. And it's called, well, I'm not going to put that out there. Somebody might take it and run with it. But good people, let's look at this. Please leave me a comment just on this. Now, let's not talk about all of this. Let's not talk about Bitcoin and all of this stuff right now. I want you to do your research and leave a comment below on what other stock is going to be up after this is figured out. All right. Just with this, because I could tell you right now, China is putting the kibosh on Tesla right now, because Tesla has cameras on their vehicle like NIO does it. But anyway, Tesla has cameras on their vehicle. And so what happens with China is one of those countries, and this is not against the people. This is their government that likes to spy on everybody else, but don't want anybody spying on them. But anyway, that's another story. But what they're doing is they're saying, okay, Tesla, you got cameras on your car and we're going to limit where you could go. Right. So there's another event that's hurting another company, Tesla. And so Tesla is feeling the burn from it. So NIO and Tesla, I know they're two EV companies and I know they're tied in with tech, but you could take short-term, take advantage of this short-term play, even if you have these long-term. Remember last week, about 2 weeks ago, I bought Tesla one day, bought 10 shares. I bought 5 shares, but I doubled down, bought 10 shares. And then it went up $100 the next day. All right. So that's $1,000 overnight. All right. So good people, there's money to be made. I say NIO and Tesla is going to maybe continue to get hit. They already started getting hit. But remember, these ships, clothing, refrigerators, stoves, cars, you think about it, oil, you think about it, it comes through this canal. So remember, event trading is what we're calling this. And I have a portfolio that I just come in and do these event trades and I'm back out. All right, good people, leave me a comment below. Hey, I also want to say that I'm going to leave at the end of this video. I'm going to talk about Weeble. They're celebrating their 5-year anniversary and they asked your boy to do a little promo for them to shoot around, shoot around the office and all of that. But I'm going to play it for you guys at the end of this video. All right. Live, love, laugh, and learn. Peace. My name is Larry Jones from Stock Up with Larry Jones. I just want to tell you my personal experience with Weeble. I love the fact that they give you the necessary tools to set you up for long-term success. I love the fact that it's phone friendly, unlike a lot of apps out there. I love the fact that I could trade hours before the market opens and hours after it closes. My relationship as an influencer has been great. I can talk to a person, get a real live person on the phone, and I would just say it's just been wonderful for me personally. I've worked with a lot of companies before, but the customer service that I get is impeccable from Weeble. So hey, Weeble, I just want to say happy 5th anniversary.